Well, clocks go back tonight, so let's make a pumpkin pie. Get that out of the way so we have something for dessert on Sunday. So I start with Libby's, but I have had a pie made with the pie mix from Aldi. At the moment, I can't remember what the label is for Aldi, but I generally buy Libby's, and this is on sale at Walmart for $1.22, I think, and now it's actually 98 cents. So I picked up a can for 98 cents, so 1 can of pie, pumpkin puree, 12 ounces of carnation evaporated milk, and I just buy Great Value, 2 large eggs, shake of nutmeg. I don't ever measure any of my spices because I love all the spices except for cloves, so just a little dash of clove, and I really love cinnamon. What the recipe calls for is, let's see if I can see this, teaspoon of ground cinnamon, a half a teaspoon of ground ginger, a quarter of a teaspoon of ground cloves. I would rather have the nutmeg than the ground ginger, but you go ahead and follow whatever the can says if that's what you want. 2 large eggs and an unbaked 9-inch pie shell. I have the oven preheating right now for 425 because you bake it for 425 for 15 minutes, and then for 350 the rest of the time. You need 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. That's a half. And then we'll do a half of a half. And I'll shut the camera off and stir it up, and then we'll put it in our pie shell. Okay, once you have that can of pumpkin puree and your 12 ounces of carnation milk and your 2 large eggs and your ginger, cinnamon, clove, salt, and granulated sugar, stir it all up. I've had this spoon. Every time I use it, I'm amazed. It's a Martha Stewart spoon. My husband and I have been married 31 years, and we got some money from relatives. We got married, and I went straight away to Dayton Hudson in La Crosse, Wisconsin. That used to be my favorite store when I lived up in Minneapolis. And I bought this wooden spoon, and I bought a fillet knife. And I still have the fillet knife, and I still use it 31 years later, and I still have this spoon. And in fact, I have a set of pots and pans, a skillet, a small skillet, a large skillet, and a saucepan that's 31 years old as well. So Martha Stewart's stuff was built to last in the day. And I'm very happy that I took that money that we got and bought those things, because for the longest time this was the only wooden spoon that I had. I have other ones and I actually don't use them. I just love this one, and I don't use any other knives to slice my tomatoes but my fillet knife. And as far as pots and pans, I'm still using Martha Stewart's from 31 years ago, though I did get a set. I did get a skillet recently of the Pioneer Woman, and that one I also really like. I don't know that it'll last 31 years. But yeah, and this bowl is also 31 years old. It's one of the first sets. We got a large bowl, medium bowl, and a small bowl. So it's about 30 years old. I like using things, it's more as I get older, things that have stood the test of time that I have in my household that I can look back on and remember when we bought it and how many pies or how many cakes or how many meals I've cooked in it. Today I had my first experience with a senior discount, although I had to laugh when we went in. We went into Arby's. I had a gift card from a coworker for Arby's. We do go there now once in a while, though we haven't been there for probably 6 months. But we plan on going there again because we really enjoyed it. We went in, and the young man asked my husband, who wasn't clean shaven today, so that when he doesn't shave, all of his gray hair shows up in his face. And he asked if he wanted to use the senior discount. So I had to laugh about that and tell him that I was the one that was in my 60s, but I didn't believe I'm not 65, so I didn't believe I qualified. Apparently, anyone over 60 does, and so for the first time in my life, that senior discount was applied to me. Instead of when I worked in the restaurants, I was always applying a senior discount to those that came through that were seniors. So It felt weird, but it felt good that I'm still amongst the living. So now we're going to put this pie filling into the pie shell, and then we're going to put it in a 425-degree oven for 15 minutes. And there it is. And yes, it's a ready-made pie crust by Great Value. So I'm not a big baker, but I do love pumpkin pies, and when I want to bake one, I almost always, though I have tried my hand at making crusts, buy a pre-made one. So it's ready to go into the oven. So what are you all doing tonight? Are you happy that the clocks are being set back? Is that something that you agree with, or would you just like it just to stay normal time? I know my husband actually dreads the one in the spring, but loves the one in the fall because then it's a little bit lighter for him when he goes to work. So I used to get bothered by setting the clocks back or forward, but it doesn't bother me anymore. Kind of bothers our cat. He gets off schedule, but maybe since he's been off schedule since spring, he'll be all balanced out here now in the fall. So my oven is preheated, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on a cookie sheet in case we don't want it to run over the crust and be all over inside the oven. So I'm going to do it on a cookie sheet, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. So here it is. The pumpkin pie is done. I can hardly wait to have a piece. So I'm going to put some homemade whipped cream on it and take a bite and see what it tastes like. If you like this type of video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more videos about cooking and baking, I'm going to be doing some holiday cooking and baking cookies, and we've got some people that we're going to have into our apartment for the holidays for meals and entertaining. So I'm going to be making cookies and bars, meals. I think we're going to have turkey and ham. So if you want to see more cooking videos, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you don't want to miss anything. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you next time. Okay, here's my pumpkin pie. The Libby pie filling cost 98 cents. The pie crust was $1.08, and the evaporated milk was 72 cents. So, pretty affordable pie. I have taken a bite of it. I love the taste of Libby's pie. Filling, pumpkin pie, delicious. So if you're in the mood for making pumpkin pie, I hope this video inspires you. And I wanted to share the beautiful card that I got from a long time friend of the channel, Nancy. So I loved this. It made me smile all day. Nothing tricky, only treaty. And my birthday is on Halloween, so this is a perfect card for me. And then this was included, which is absolutely adorable. I love things like this. So, and I love spiders too. And then some postage stamps with all of my favorite characters on them for Christmas. Thank you so much, Nancy. And then this coupon. So we're going to head over to Wendy's today and get these drinks. So I thank you so much. I appreciate the card, sending it to me, and the gifts inside. Thank you so much for following my channel, being a friend to me and to my channel, and always being there basically for every video I make. There you are, and I'm always looking forward to seeing you. So I hope you are well. Thank you.